I believe I can fly. When I was 7 years old, I was sat cross-legged on the floor of my parents' flat, watching TV. And there was a film about an ordinary, down-to-earth guy, Clark Kent. And as Superman, he could fly. By being able to fly, he was free. And at that age, not knowing any better, I believed that one day, I too would be able to fly. 9 years later, at the age of 16, I took my first step towards achieving that dream. I jumped out of a plane. It was the hardest thing I had ever done in my entire life, and I was absolutely petrified. Just in case I even had in my bag a spare set of underpants. I jumped a lot, but I was falling, I wasn't flying. And I realized that I needed to fly a wingsuit. A wingsuit has wings between the arms and the legs, and these wings inflate. And when they inflate, the whole body turns into an aerofoil, and we can fly forward at speeds of around 130 miles per hour. I did this in the early days, and jumping out of a plane over 2 miles up, on my own, it didn't quite feel like I was flying. I wasn't close to anything. A bit like if you're in the back of a 747, technically you might be flying, but you don't feel like you are actually flying. I wanted to jump in the mountains. I wanted to buzz the cliff tops. I wanted to go between the trees, just like the birds. But the technology wasn't quite there. Some people were doing this, but it was dangerous. People died. I wanted to fly, but at what cost? I trained hard. I jumped from buildings, from antennas, from bridges, and I got comfortable in the environment in the mountains. And eventually, 3,000 feet above a Norwegian fjord, I flew my wingsuit in the mountains for the first time. And it was absolutely incredible. And I'd love to share with you a short wingsuit jump now. I do up my wingsuit, open my arms, bend my knees, breathe in the mountain air. And then I jump. I get the arms going first, and then I really get the legs going, and I dive hard. I adjust my position, I get my line, and I dive down at that rock face, just inches from it. I go through some mist, and I'm now accelerating 130 miles per hour through the mist and a bit of a waterfall, and then as I get lower, I break right. I need my separation from that cliff face, and I'm flying hard. And then I take my airspace, reach in, grab my toggle, and I pull, open up, undoing the zips of my wingsuit and reaching up, taking control of the canopy. And now all I have to do is fly down and for a safe landing. I was on a mission to fly. I could not get enough of it. When I would go jumping with my friends, if they stopped for lunch, I would do an extra jump. I learned to pack my parachute faster than everybody. But one day, I crashed. It wasn't a physical crash, but a mental crash. I realized that if just I and a few of my friends could fly, we weren't truly free, if we couldn't all share it. And I realized that Clark Kent got his freedom not from being able to fly, but from helping others. And then it clicked. I realized that I and my friends had a skill. We could do something. We could fly. And what if we could use that skill to help others? We could inspire and motivate others to step out of their own comfort zones, to push their own boundaries, to do something special. And at the same time, we could help others less fortunate than ourselves. Not by raising money for charity, but by something far more powerful. By raising awareness for charity. And we could inspire and motivate others to raise money and awareness for our charity, or, in fact, any charity. So along with two friends, I formed an extreme human flight team. We all have a military background, so of course we partnered with the UK's leading military charity. Our aim was to produce high-value, viral content, put that on the internet and the global media. On YouTube, we have almost 6 million views. I can do something. I can fly. But it's not about what I can do, it's about what I can do with what I can do. Inspiration and helping others less fortunate. Everybody here has a skill. You can all do something in your own special and unique way. So it's not about your skill, but how you use it. When you open your mind to it, incredible things can happen. Incredible things do happen. What can you do with what you can do? I'm going to leave you with a video from our latest expedition where we flew a 3-man human flight wingsuit formation from the infamous north face of the Eiger and past a line known as the Murderous Wall. This is what I and my friends can do with what we can do. Thank you.